alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, and guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Warhawks will kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Makes a move. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. So Marshall's offense will go on the attack first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
The Thundering Herd trying to dial one up to convert on third down. He's got him. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out if they don't convert.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Working the middle. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
All right, guys, let's chat for a minute about Marshall. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it? Headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Herd!
And every team has their script, and they want to get the game off on this foot, and they want to make sure that they have balance and get these plays in and assert the line of scrimmage. Run the football, and they do. They create the explosive run, and they open this football game with a touchdown.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So UL Monroe's offense will have its first possession of the game. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. The Warhawks come to the line in the hurry-up. The give to the back. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
And this is every defensive coordinator's dream, right? Watching your defense go out on first down, TFL, second down, TFL. Now you set up third and long. Everybody knows they're going to throw it, and your pass rushers can pin their ears back. Outstanding job being physical by this defense.
And the Warhawks will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Makes the grab on the left. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
But when you get man-to-man coverage and you're running that curl, I got to sell him deep. I got to get a little bit of space where I can make him thinking I'm running deep, and then I sit down real quick. QB, wide receiver on the same page, first down.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get him to...
Turning it on! They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Motion from the wideout. On 4th down, looking for the completion. He's got it. First down and more. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. This Marshall offense putting together a nice drive. Wants to go up top on first down. Gets it out quickly. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. Second down, they'll go to the air. Flips it out on the screen. There he goes. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. Guys, it is Marshall carrying the lead into the quarter break, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Into the end zone. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
Well, the defense is making some big plays here right up against their own goal line. They forced 2 straight incompletions, now setting up 3rd down. You're expecting pass again. Is this a situation where they're going to want to blitz, or do they stay back, play zone, and try to break on the ball?
Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. Good right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Use the play fake, now to throw. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges, and you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Got it behind the line. It's Gore. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. The Warhawks want to move quickly. Bully ball on 3rd and short. He did not make it. A stone wall on 3rd down. And the Warhawks line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll send the back in motion. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Marshall now lines up trying to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Fires into traffic, picked off. Trying to take it back. The 20. Touchdown, UL Monroe. How about this defense taking one back to the house? The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play, but defense, great job making the interception, and you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, you could make a good case. This is the game of the week in the Big 12. Baylor has the lead right now, but even though we've heard sick 'em a bunch, this has been a nip-and-tuck affair inside McLean Stadium. They're up by just 1 over Arizona. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else. Men?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Connection to the right. They make the stop, but how about the shot this sophomore quarterback took as he delivered the ball? Marshall might go for a big play here on 2nd and short. Grab near the marker. It's Kessler. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Split backs here. To the air on 1st down. Time to take a shot. And incomplete on the deep ball.
You know, as an offense, you just don't get that many great opportunities in games to hit these type of big-time plays. When plays like that present themselves and receivers are open, as a quarterback, you have got to make that throw.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Now on the option. He'll toss it. Past the sticks, and he may get more. A tremendous run. He was full bore after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution. Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. Pulls and fires complete. He steps out of bounds right at the 15-yard line.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there and catching the football.
Quarterback on the keeper. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The Thundering Herd faces a 3rd and short. Motion from the back. Takes the easy one to the back. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
Yeah, and I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
Marshall looking for the score on 1st, looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Thundering Herd!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Dropping back, it's Turner. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming. Back to throw time running short in the half. Got a man, it's Lanier. Good, solid pickup on that one, and they've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's got the tight end. There he goes. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. They'll move the wide receiver. They think there's room to run to the right here. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
The pass is incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield, and that shot the quarterback took might have been a little too much.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
So the offense gets an automatic first down after the roughing the passer penalty. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Got his man quickly. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Now on second down. Dropping back, it's Turner. Pocket breaking down. Fires into the end zone. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there today in Huntington. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Jones C. Edwards Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Second half just about ready to go, and Marshall will kick it off. Here's the return from inside his 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. UL Monroe has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially...
He's got it on the outside. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
This offense not wasting any time. First play of the third quarter, and they're aggressive, taking a shot. You know they had some conversations in the locker room at halftime. How can we get a big one right out of the gate? Defense isn't going to be expecting it. They took the shot, they hit it, and this offense is humming.
Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Warhawks are in the hurry up. Looking to throw, it's Turner. Out of the backfield, he's open. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. Right down the boulevard. They're back to within a touchdown. 17-10 is the score. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. The last time they had it, a thing of beauty. Did whatever they want, run, pass, and wound up in the end zone. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Thundering Herd to the line, facing a 2nd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Kessler. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. Clock ticking away as we have 4 minutes left here in the third. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out fast.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Floats it out in space. Oh, he's got some space. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. This Marshall offense putting together a nice drive. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Running back searching for a hole. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind, but listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Touchdown, Marshall! A great catch and run for 6. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
From inside his own 10. And the ball's free deep in his own territory. Touchdown, Herd! He got a step and just dusted the field. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
And this is why a lot of coaches don't kick the ball out of the end zone. They want them to return the football so something good can happen. So you can put a hat on a football, cause a fumble, make something happen, Palmer, and that's exactly what the kickoff unit does.
Man, I love kickoff coverage units, David, that take pride in their jobs. These guys want to line up. They want to run down the field and hurt somebody. That was a huge game-changing play to not just create the turnover, but to score a touchdown.
Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. He's in open space downfield.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Motion from the wide receiver. Looking for a man. It's Turner. Dumps it to the back. Using the quick game. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. And the Warhawks moving quickly to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. It's Lanier. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Got it in the middle. It's Gore. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. He'll pull it on the read. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
The Warhawks have it with a 1st and 10.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Offside, defense.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
Sometimes an offsides penalty can slow down a rush. It's 2nd and 5. Rides the back on the option, the give. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Warhawks kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Reads it, fires complete. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. We've reached the break, and Marshall is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Off play action. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
After getting 4 sacks last game, this defense really is trying to create an identity as being one of the better pass rushing units in the entire country. Haven't really seen that, though, in this game so far until that last play. Now let's see how that affects the rest of this game.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Big tight end makes the grab, 1st down, still on his feet. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. On the read to the right, he'll try to get it himself. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good 2nd down situations.
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Warhawks! On to attempt the try.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the 2nd level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Marshall takes over the ball, the thundering herd offense coming out. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably breaks into the open. He now has 91 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. Marshall quick to the line. They'll give it to him again. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They want that clock to run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
This Marshall offense putting together a nice drive. From the gun, running back on the move. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone. And it's knocked away, incomplete on third down. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Never a doubt. And that will extend their lead even further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it's hit triple zeros in a captivating game today in the American. UTSA is going to walk off the field there inside the Alamo Dome with a much-needed victory. They had this one circled on the calendars for some time, and regardless the score, that W has to feel good. Never a dull moment when it comes to the American. Back to...
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Touchdown, Thundering Herd! The defense putting points on the board. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their... All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game,